Well, good evening, everybody. Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. And we start off youth football every year at the place where, as you see on your screen, they just win championships. And that is at West Melbourne. For 52 years now, going into their 52nd year, this is a youth football program that has not only withstood the test of time, but has produced outstanding student athletes and outstanding citizens as well. So here with me today, I'm going to have these guys introduce themselves and tell us what team. You all play for the same team?
Yes,
we
sir.
all do.
All right, so I'll let you tell us what team you play for, but what's your name and what position do you play?
My name is Jace Richardson, and I play fullback.
Okay.
My name is Brady Derfuss, and I play quarterback.
Okay.
My name is Jazir Payne.
Pull that up. Pull this up. Up. There you go.
My name is Jazir Payne, and I play fullback.
Okay, so we got the backfield here, essentially, right? I'm an old quarterback, so I'm going to start with you, okay? Let me just make sure we hear you. Tell me about your team this year. What do you like about – well, first of all, what age group is this?
We're 12U.
And what's the name of the team?
Colts.
All right. Tell me about your offense this year. Tell me what you like so far. And I know it's early. You guys just put the pads on. But what do you like so far about this team?
We're bigger than last year.
Right. And as a quarterback, you dig that, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. So as a quarterback, tell me about your offensive line.
They're pretty big, nasty, and hopefully we could do something this year with them.
Now, it's a good thing as a quarterback that you got those guys up front to protect you. But you got some guys in the backfield here that ain't too small. Tell me about playing the fullback position. What do the West Melbourne Colts expect out of the fullback position? What's your job back there?
Well, our job is to make sure that the QB gets protected. Sometimes, like when passing the ball, gets protected, going downhill.
Blocking.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you a question. What do you like doing more? Do you like a pancake block from the backfield where you just lay somebody out? Or do you like getting the ball and busting through and barreling through for a gain of about 10, 12 yards? What do you like?
Get the ball and busting through.
Of course you do, right? I mean, you wouldn't. Yeah, right. You wouldn't be a ball carrier. How about you? You're back in that backfield as well. Tell me a little bit about the offense, the offensive makeup, and what you've seen so far, what you like about it.
We got a pretty good backfield. We got a lot of people from out of West Melbourne. We got pretty good running backs, new quarterbacks, and I hope we do pretty good.
All right, so this is a program that year in and year out, every year for the last 4 years, I have been blessed and privileged to be asked to come back and do the Super Bowls. And every year, without question, this program, as you can look around this room and see, is playing in a couple of those games. What does it mean? Why did you want to play football at West Melbourne?
Well, I just wanted to follow in my brother's footsteps.
Tell me, who's your brother?
Jeffrey Richardson and Jacob Richardson.
Okay, where did they go to school?
One of them is right now is committed to USF.
Okay.
And one of them is graduating this year at UCF.
Now, I believe I'm interviewing your brother tomorrow night with play baseball, right? Yeah, I'm interviewing your brother tomorrow night in studio with Jake Weatherspoon. So I look forward. So I got are you the youngest Richardson?
I am.
Okay. All right. Who's the better athlete in the family? You might be younger, but who's the best athlete of the brothers?
Probably Jake.
Probably Jake. I got you. Okay, I'll tell him. Now, I'm going to show him this tomorrow night. All right. You're the quarterback, man. What are they asking you to do? What kind of a system you run in? Tell me about playing quarterback here.
They want us to, get rid of the ball to the running backs or, get it off when we're throwing the ball.
Right.
As fast as we can so, our receivers and running backs have time.
You look like a quarterback. You look like a young man you've been to some camps already. Yeah,
I play other sports, so I can't.
So tell me what you play. What other sports do you play?
Baseball and basketball.
All right, who do you play baseball for?
West Melbourne.
Who do you play basketball for?
Supersonics.
All right, what age group do you play West Melbourne?
It's major, so
I got you.
10,
Okay,
12.
you guys had a pretty good year this year, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You play any other sports?
I play basketball.
Do you? Who you play for?
Countdown County Super
All right. Where do you guys go to school? Where do you go to school?
I went to Meadowland Intermediate, but now I'm going to Stone Magnet Middle School.
I went to Meadowland Intermediate, but now I'm going to Central Middle School.
Okay, so the same question that I asked Mr. Richardson over here, I'm going to ask you guys. Why do you like playing football? What is it that you love about playing football at West Melbourne?
I mean, I really just like hitting people.
I just love that answer because, every
Stay
time
on my anger.
– do the coaches tell you to say that? Because every time I come down here, the answer I get year in and year out from at least one player down here is, Mr. Allen, I just like hitting people, and that's why I play. What is it about hitting somebody else, man, that you really like?
I mean, it's just like all that anger that you build up.
Right. Just release
it.
it, right? What have you been doing this summer for fun? What have you done?
Well, I couldn't really do nothing because I've been playing basketball.
Okay. So you play AAU basketball. You do it at the serious level, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you've been playing baseball, obviously. Yeah. But when you're not playing baseball or when you're not playing basketball, how do you relax? What do you do? How do you relax? You got to relax, man. You're a kid. What do you play? Video games?
Yeah.
What do you play? Video games?
I play like
Sports games or?
I play some Madden. I play Fortnite.
Okay. Okay. All right. How about you? What do you do to relax? You got 2 older brothers, so it's probably hard for you to relax. How do you relax, though?
I'll probably play little video games, and also I'll go golfing my off time.
You golf. Let's talk about the golf. I saw Steph Curry the other day, man. Did you see Steph the other day? Steph Curry was knocking them down on the golf course the other day. Talk a little bit about your golf game. If I was teaching you, I'd tell you to learn how to play the game of golf. You know what I mean? Just get out there and learn how to play golf. Go be a pro golfer. $8, $9, $10 million weekends. What do you like about golf?
It's just fun to get up there and put it in the hole.
There ain't nothing fun about hitting a ball in the water. So you must be pretty good at it already, right?
I'm not bad.
All right, so what would you say your handicap is? For your age. 72 is par. What are you shooting?
Like 90, 95-ish.
Shut up, man. 90, 95-ish. Is there a lot of pressure because you have on you? And I don't mean from them. I mean, do you put a lot of pressure on yourself because you have 2 brothers that are good athletes?
Not really, but I kind of try to because I look up to them and I want to be like them.
I got you. Okay. All right. And are you going to be, you're going to play baseball and you're going to do all that stuff too?
Yeah.
Mel High?
Probably.
There you go. Okay. What do you want to do one day? I mean, if you even know yet, what would you like to be one day when you get older?
A baseball player.
Really? So you want to play baseball? What? I would imagine. Do you pitch?
Some.
All right. What do you play?
Shortstop.
All right. What do you hit? What's your batting average? You know?
It can go anywhere from 500 to 800.
Are you serious, my man? Put it there. What's your pitch? Where do you like your pitch? Middle high out, middle high in.
A little inside.
Little inside. I got you. How about you? What do you tell me about your game on the court? I know what you guys are going to do on the football field. What do you shoot? How do you shoot? What are you averaging per game?
I mean, well, I'm not really a shooter. I'm more of a rebounder. So.
I see that. Blocking out. That's a lost art today. You know that, right? Blocking out. Can I give you a piece of advice? You don't get mad at me?
Yes, sir.
Learn how to shoot free throws. Please.
Oh, I'm good at free throws.
Oh, you are? My man, put it there. Guys, when you come into this room and you pass them every day, what does it mean when you look at those trophies? What does that mean to you to see that many? Believe me, the program's been around for 52 years. There are a heck of a lot more trophies in this place than 52. Some of them they probably had to throw away because they broke down or got old. So what does it mean when you see all those trophies?
That we come from like a good football area.
Mm-hmm.
Like here we do a lot of we do good. We usually have a couple kids go to the Super Bowl every year.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah.
You going to be that team this year that gets in there, one of the teams?
Yeah.
How'd you learn how to play quarterback, or are you just an athlete?
Probably just an athlete.
Just an athlete? Tell me about your family. I know about his. Tell me about yours.
My dad went to UConn.
Okay.
He played right guard or something.
Who's your dad?
Corey Derfuss.
Okay. All right. That makes sense now. All right. And then, obviously, do you feel any pressure? Because Dad was a college football player. You put any pressure on yourself?
No.
I don't blame you. My man. Good job. What about you? Tell me about you. Got any brothers or sisters or anything?
I have a sister.
Yeah. How old is she?
17.
So she's older.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding you, man. I'm just joking. It's always tough. My sister was younger, but I know it can be tough to have. You guys get along good?
Yes.
Good relationship? That's cool. That's cool. How about you? Tell me about your family.
Well, my dad is a coach here at West Melbourne.
Yeah? Who's your dad?
Payne.
Okay. And brothers or sisters?
I got an older sister.
All right. An older sister, too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How old is she? How much older?
16.
You guys get along okay? Everything good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Guys, all right, so here's what I want to know. When you go out, right, and I always ask this question, what's the go-to for you? Like when you have a big game, right? You get to go pick whatever you're going to eat, whatever you want to eat. What is it?
Probably some bananas for potassium.
What?
Or watermelon.
Wait a minute. Let me ask the question again. Maybe I didn't ask the question right. So let me ask the question again. All right, here's the question. You've just played a football game. Okay, you get a couple of bananas on the sidelines as you're coming off, right, to replenish the potassium. You get to go pick and eat anything you want anywhere. Where is it?
Smoky Bones.
All right, now we're talking. And what are you getting at Smoky Bones?
Probably a little burger or ribs.
I got you, burger or ribs. Now, how about you? What are you getting?
Walk-ons.
Walk-ons. Up in Vieira?
Yeah.
What do you like up at Walk-ons?
A bacon cheeseburger.
Okay. Where are you going to eat?
Gator Duck Side.
What do you like at Gators?
Gator Bites.
Gator Bites. Right there. There's your man. The king of the Gator Bites sitting right there behind the camera. What kind of music you listen to?
A little rap, a little country.
Yeah? Who you listen to rap-wise, you know? Country-wise, you know? Just like
float
it.
around.
How about you? What kind of music you like?
Little rap, little country.
How about you?
A little rap and a little R&B.
A little rap and a little R&B. Guys, it's been a lot of fun. It's always a pleasure to meet you guys. It's always, and I like, because, we'll come down and broadcast some games this year. We'll certainly be at the Super Bowl, and I certainly expect to see all three of you there this year at the Super Bowl. So for those at home, tell everybody who you are again.
My name is Jazir Payne.
My name is Brady Derfuss.
My name is Jace Richardson.
And I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. Coming up next, Billy Palmer from West Melbourne Youth Football. Nice job,
Good evening and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. We're live here at West Melbourne,
Yeah.
Max Rhodes Park. Got my man Alan Slaughter-Zinski, Coach Corey Derfuss, tackle director, head coach 12U.
We're doing it a little differently this year, aren't we?
I see.
Yeah. Of course, we just got finished talking to the kids. Guys, with Corey, Billy, when you guys hear those kids up here talking, and a lot of times, us or anybody else that puts a microphone in front of their face for the first time, I know it's always a hold your breath moment, but Corey, it's always fun listening to them, isn't it?
Absolutely. It makes me laugh, bananas.
Yeah, bananas. What do you like to eat? Bananas.
Bananas. He's special. I've had him now for 3 years. Just got done with our 12U baseball all-stars with him and Brady. It's just special coming back and coaching the kids, The one guy sitting over there to the right, he was part of my conversation yesterday. I coached him back when he was in high school at Melbourne. I don't even know how many years ago now. He has to tell me that stuff.
2009.
And that's what I want to talk about first, because I said on the outset that this program, for going into its 52nd year, Corey, is, you get that's the way that's what's maintained this program, is that you play, you come back, your father played, he comes back, he coaches, and that's a cycle that continues, and that's what produces all of this. In your words, what made and makes this program so special?
Dedication.
Yeah.
There's no other program out there that has the community support, volunteer support. As you can see when you walk outside the doors, the number of kids that want to join this program is special.
It is.
We put good people in leadership. Billy stepping up to be the president this year. He talked me into taking over the tackle director spot from him. I came back just because of the kids. After 15 years or so in the high school level, it was time to give back younger.
I got you.
And I wanted to coach my son.
Right.
It was a little bit of selfishness, but it was time. I had given a lot of time and effort to all these other kids. It was time to step back, and it's been very rewarding. I get asked a lot to go back to the high school level, and I don't know that I am.
I didn't know you played college football at the University of Connecticut.
I did. I'm a graduate of O'Galley High School, Dan Higgins.
Okay.
And I was there Higgs first year, and then got the opportunity to go play at UConn.
Did you play with Burke?
No.
Okay.
I graduated 96 from O'Galley and 2000 from UConn.
I got you. Okay. I didn't mean to put you in Burke's. I'm sorry, Coach. Billy, you're the president this year. How did you get pulled into that, man?
Well, I think I've been the longest tenured person out here now, besides my old man, and
Right.
he already did the vice president.
He's done it all.
In
So now it's your
2002,
turn.
So, yeah, my turn. Starting my 15th year coaching out here. So,
Tell me what does the job entail on? And I know everything. I mean, that's the obvious answer, right? Everything. But what do you do as the president of a youth football organization? Because you're responsible for a lot of little ones.
well, first off, you got to have a great board like I have. You got to be able to delegate. It's not a one-man show. That's like Coach Derfuss just mentioned. This board is very successful. We got people that want to give back to the league. Mm-hmm. So I think there's 17 of us.
Yep.
So being able to basically you're managing people. So just getting people to do the right things, ordering equipment for kids, jerseys, whatever might be the concession. So and just constant contact with outside people as far as community relationships and other leagues, sponsors, things like that.
If I said to you right now, Billy, in 1 minute or less or 90 seconds or less, what is the state? You know how the president gets up there every evening and gives the State of the Union address, right? Billy Palmer, what is the state of West Melbourne football?
I feel like it's better than it's ever been. You know what I mean? Chris Lee left it better than he found it, just like the president before him left it better than he found it. Every year we get better, and we had to scramble and find some coaches, and we were blessed to find 2 guys for 11U and 1 for 10U that have high school coaching experience, and Nate Birch and Dwayne Bird.
Wow.
So you scramble. You need a coach in 2 weeks, and you got 2 guys that step up. That
Got
are just
2 good ones there.
Yeah, I mean you don't. Yeah, I don't think you get that without having the type of program we have and the relationships that our people have.
And that's what Corey's talking about, the stepping up aspect of it, because, I'm sure you probably had a lot of people say they could be a youth football coach. I mean, I'm sure you get that all the time. I think I put that pressure on you a couple weeks ago. But the thing is that it just not anyone can step up and do this job. What does it take to actually be a coach in youth football? Because it's different at every level. Your dad knows that. You know that. You know that. It's different at every level.
I mean, first off, you got to be able to handle kids.
Right.
Okay, it's bigger than X's and O's. It's bigger than winning football games. Obviously, you do the little things; those things come. But knowing the game, knowing how to handle kids, I tell people all the time. I've coached football for 15 years. I could never coach an 8-year-old kid.
Right.
I don't have the patience to do it. But we have a guy that's been coaching since the 1990s. Coach Reggie Nelson in youth football. That's our 8U head coach. I mean, he's been coaching youth football in our county that long. So just being able to manage kids and handle kids and knowing the
Reggie
game.
Nelson.
The Reggie Nelson.
Okay. Just want to make
back
sure.
When he played for Melbourne.
The All-Pro.
Melbourne Powell at Crane Field.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ron Kruger.
And he's your 8U coach now?
Ron Kruger is our 8U coach.
God love it. Gotta love it. So obviously, Corey, the goal every year is to put 3-4 teams in that Super Bowl. What's the talent? And listen, it's important. I get it. Today it's a society where, maybe when we were growing up, we did the things that our coaches could look at us and say, win, 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 right? But that's a message now that sometimes gets looked at and gets criticized ridiculously. But I get it. The kids are going to have fun. You want the kids to have fun. You want them to be safe. You want the water breaks. But in the end, it comes down to your program can only be successful if you have a tradition of winning, which you do. What's the talent level like here this year?
Every year it's gotten better.
Yeah.
And with winning, of course, new kids show up.
Right.
And that happened, I don't know, there's probably 8 or 9 kids from last year's, new to this year's team from last year, that are stepping up. And we talk every day about competing. We're going to have fun. We're going to compete. We're going to do it the right way. And it's a competition. There's no promises out here starting the season, and that's what we've talked about with our kids. There's kids, and my son being one of them playing quarterback. He's got a challenge. We got a new kid that can sling the rock right now.
Sounds like he stepped up and wanted to play it.
And we're gonna push, and we're gonna put the best kids on the field. It doesn't matter who they are, where they're from, but we also are gonna play the game the right way. And that's one thing that I promise these kids, these parents at the beginning of the season, that there's nobody else that is gonna hold these kids up to the standards that we do here at West Melbourne. We're not going to put up with the nonsense on the field. We're going to play the game the right way. We're going to play hard between the whistles, and we're going to do things right. We're going to come out organized. And I've put a great staff together. Billy's my offensive coordinator. Bill Palmer's with me. Lyle Neighbors with me. Jazir Payne. Justin, I don't even
Right.
Right. So we've added staff because our kids deserve it.
That's a lot of coaches for a youth football team. But that just goes to show you the dedication to getting the job done.
Absolutely, and they want to be out here, and that's what I tell them. You know, I'm looking back in the back of this room, and Bill Palmer Sr. sitting in the chair. He needs to be out there coaching. But I don't know why he's sitting in here, because that's one thing that and Billy understands that when you come to practice, we're here to work. I want kids coached every single play. I want our kids to get better. I want to prepare them for the next level, and all that we do. And that's what these kids are attracted to.
Inevitably, I get myself in trouble every year when I do these youth football previews because I always stop here first, which everybody knows is not going to change. Second, I always say the only question, like if I'm interviewing a high school football player, I'll say, tell me what it meant to play football at West Melbourne. Today I had Joe Tenta and of course everybody's worked with Joe here and at Heritage, but I don't say tell me what it's like to play at XYZ or this. I only ask the question, tell me what it means to have come from West Melbourne. That's a good stigma to have, isn't it, Billy?
And you're going to walk out that door and you're going to see Joe Tennant working with the 12-year-old kids.
Really?
We have James Hines from Melbourne High School working with our O-line.
Unbelievable.
Getting community service, those kids come back. And we talked about this, every year if you go back and watch our interviews, the kids come back out and help. And that's, what these young kids love to see is the kids they go watch on Friday night are out here hanging out with them, teaching them the game.
There are a lot of great youth football programs in this community. Rockledge and Billy, I ask you this question every year, and I'm going to ask it to you again. Will there ever come a day when we can all just get together and play in one league?
Well, I say it every year, and I sit here. I'll be the first person at the round table. I invite Rockledge, Space Coast, all of ACY, whoever wants to come to sit down at the table, put our whatever it is that's aside. Mm-hmm. There's new leaders in position for most of these leagues. Let's sit down. Let's have a discussion. Let's bring the county back together.
All right, a new twist, guys. Now I'm going to throw some curveballs at you because I've been pissed off this summer about some of the goings-on in the high school football, meaning watching kids transfer. And I'm an old guy, right? So, I'm going to stay off of my lawn guy. Don't touch my car. I'm that guy, okay? So I had James Hines in studio, and his interview played last week on Brevard Sports Network, and he put that tweet out about kids transferring this, that, and the other. First of all, next year at this time, I promise you, I guarantee you, NIL will be legal in the state of Florida. It's all at the high school level. It's already legal in 30 states across this country right now, with 12 other states pending bills and litigation on it. So by the end of the year, we're likely to have upwards of 40 to 45 states, with Florida and a few other ones left behind. Can we change the direction of high school football in terms of these kids wanting to go play and sit behind kids to transfer? And look, I get it. There are legitimate reasons to transfer. Okay, you don't get along with your coach. That relationship's never going to be fixed. You actually do have a power bill in another zip code. Okay, I understand all that, right? But to me, if you're going to fix any of this, it has to start at this level. I don't know how. I don't know how you do it. And I know how you feel about this stuff.
It might be worse at this level.
Yeah.
That is not getting paid because you know what, Alan? This is not a kid's game anymore. This is the parents living through their kid's game.
Okay.
This is
That's fair.
mommy and daddy aren't happy because, coach yelled at him. He's only getting, 10 carries a game. He should get 20. He's only getting to throw 3 balls a game instead of, this is not a kid's game anymore.
Right.
Youth football across the country has turned into a mommy and daddy game.
It has. It really has. What would you say to this?
I'm old school, and it's one of the reasons that drove me out of high school coaching is watching kids being able to transfer. When I was at O'Galley, we didn't have that opportunity. When I went to UConn, we didn't have NILs. We didn't have any of that deals. We were
no
there.
Portals.
And I've made the comment before that I probably would never have been at UConn today because I was a development player, and I didn't have the size or the skill coming out of high school to go there. But they took a chance on where they saw me. and what they could do with me. And I, played a lot of football there for them. But if I was a senior in today's age, football probably would have been over for me.
Yeah.
And that's what's hurting the high school level, the portals in college, and that's where it kind of started, and it's coming down to, high school and then into youth also.
I don't want to, if a student, and here's where I'm in a quandary with this. If a student athlete has an opportunity to get to the next level playing for a different coach at a different school, I'm all for it. But here's the thing, guys. As many student athletes that preach that, what is it about? Maybe 10 to 15 or 20% of them actually have that opportunity. I've seen kids transfer from one school to another school, get told they'll get multiple D1 offers, and end up playing JUCO out in Dodge City. I mean, that's the reality of it, guys.
Shane Staples said it best the other night in your interview.
Yeah.
I talk to Shane all the time. Obviously, you and Caleb see us on Spaces.
Right.
My man Martell, shout out to Martell. We all discuss it, and there's a lot of things that are promised to a lot of kids behind the closed doors. I know you know a lot of it. I'm in a group text with a lot of these high school coaches around here. There's a lot of things that are promised to kids that are, I'll get you this or that, and
It doesn't happen.
You happen to know a kid that's playing on that university's team right now, and he goes in that coach's office, and that kid's not even on the recruiting board. You know what I mean? So,
or you call up and you say, my kid wants to take your offer, and the response back is, that's not a real offer. Yeah. You hear it all the time. I just had to vent, and I know you two guys. I know you are heavily involved in that. Well, Billy, since this time last year to this time, you're an engaged man. How's the engagement life treating you, my friend?
It's going great.
Yeah?
She's amazing. She takes care of me.
I love it.
Expensive.
All right, yeah. How long you been married?
I'm not.
Not
married.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Billy. I'm just giving you a hard time. Guys, we get set to wrap up here. For a parent that might be thinking about, and forget it now, it's too late now, but a lot of people watch these videos throughout the course of the year, and for a parent that might be thinking about a youth football program to play for next year, why would it need, why is this the right? And I know we talked a lot about it, but sum it up in a sentence. Why this one?
I'm going to let Derfuss go first.
Go ahead.
History and dedication is why we're here. A lot of great coaches, as you've heard, a lot of experience on the field. The kids are going to get great coaching, expectations, and we're going to play the game right at West Melbourne. We're going to play hard-nosed football, and everybody knows that.
And you're not doing anything on Friday nights?
No, sir.
Interesting.
So
I got, I do have like 15, 16 headsets. Billy?
Well, for me, Alan, I think I say this every year. Ask Derek Smith, ask Dan Burke, Todd Wilson used to say it, Shane Staples will say it, Dave Kintow will say it. A high school coach can tell when a kid's played through this program.
Yep, they all say that.
And I ain't talking about he might not be the best athlete in the world. He's disciplined, he's a hard worker, and he knows the X's and O's of the game. It's true. I couldn't said it any better. And, of course, I want to thank all of the board here at West Melbourne. They're always so gracious to us in allowing us to come here each and every year, not just to do this, but to broadcast as well. I always get very excited. To me, my football season doesn't really start until I come here. So now I feel like I've kicked off my football season. For Corey Derfuss and Billy Palmer, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski with our youth football preview right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody, and, well, you know the drill. Tonight, make it a football night.